welcome to Samira's show. Today we have an amazing guest with us, Mark Barron. Please welcome to Samira's show. We're really honored, and I think you're going to be one of my very dearest guests ever because you're very intelligent. I'm very honored that
I
you.
would just like to thank you, Samara, for having me on your show and giving the exposure on a project that I'm working on. And I just want to thank you for
Thank you.
putting it together.
I
And
think, Mark, you're an amazing person, and I think the world needs to see that.
so very nice of you
Thank you.
to have me on the show and spend time and
Of course.
and give me the exposure that's needed for this new project that we're working on. It's
So tell us, because I think the fact that you're very special and that you're here, the viewers and the world wants to see, who is Mark? Tell me about your childhood.
Well, it started off at an early age, and I was in and out of trouble, and I went to reform school. So when I was released from reform school, I only had two choices: either because I wasn't able to get a job because of my education level, so I had to kind of think of projects and work on things that, you know, were, you know, hard to do. If they were easy to do, then they would have been done.
And that's because you said you didn't finish your education.
Right. So it led from there, and I just started, kind of tinkering, working on projects. And the hardest part is not coming up with the ideas; is coming up with the money. So I would work, do different. I actually started in construction, so that's where I learned a little bit of engineering. Did concrete construct. Was an apprentice carpenter. So that's how it I learned how to build and work with things with
With
my
things.
hands.
Mark, he's going to tell you about how he got to where he is, but he's also an inventor.
Now, this project Consumeron that we're currently working on, it took.
So you're working on a project called Consumeron. We're going to show the video of what it is so people know, and we're going to come back to show what is Consumeron, which is a very big project, right?
Yes, it's been going in. It's been in my attic for over 15 years, but as technology caught up, it's feasible to be done user friendly now because the technology.
We're going
is
to go,
available.
I think they're going to show the video and come back. Okay, that was an amazing video which we saw, and Consumeron is very interesting. I think is one of the new technologies that Amazon and a lot of companies that I really don't know. I'm going to ask is going to come up with delivery on demand. Please explain to us.
Well, I'll give you a few examples. Let's say a family is.
Are we going to order anything?
Would you like an example?
Yeah.
What it would do. Let's say a family's traveling and they're in London and they're at a park. Instead of going to a restaurant, they'd be at the park and they'd actually be able to have a picnic because they'd be able to get on their iPad, communicate with the delivery person, and actually pick out things in the grocery market, and they'd be able to have a picnic. The hybrid vehicle would show up at the park, put their flashing caution lights on, hand the gentleman the groceries, and then now they're having a picnic at a park
Within how long?
within 50 minutes.
So within, are we going to get anything? So let's just order something.
Okay.
It's Valentine's. What did you get for me? Just kidding.
Before we go there, I'd like to give a few more examples to
Okay.
the public. And another example, let's say if someone's getting tires put on their vehicle and they're sitting in the waiting room for an hour while they're getting their tires put on, they'd be able to get on their iPad and they'd be able to have somebody sent to a convenience store like a Trader Joe's or a Tosco, get groceries, get their dry cleaning collected, brought to their vehicle. There'd be no money change. No money would change hands with the
So
delivery.
there's no money. Everything is ordered on
It's
the
proxy.
iPad.
It's proxy, so everything is on account. So, and it's affordable because of the video. Without the
Yeah.
video, and if you're on, you know, people say everybody says they deliver, and you call a restaurant, they want their credit card number, and they want on and on. And
So
the time you go through all that, rigmarole, it'd be easier sometimes just to get in your car and go get it. So it's a very user-friendly system.
where you get on your computer,
Right.
without money exchange, you deliver this item.
So another example, let's say if it gets rolled out in London, a person would be home, and say an elderly person that's sick and needs medicine or a cold medicine, they'd be able to see the driver actually come to their flat. They'd see him, on the road, so they would know when to come downstairs to the front door to pick up their package. So you'd actually see the driver in the vehicle on your TV or
Yeah.
your computer. So you would know when to come down and collect your goods.
And this project is already on. You're already working on it.
Yes,
Right?
we have it at Tiffany Auction. We have a proof of concept going in downtown Los Angeles where people are buying and renting flats in downtown. So instead of going to IKEA and buying pressboard and putting it together, it's basically disposable furniture. People can get on their computer and actually shop. A lot of this merchandise.
Within 15 minutes.
Right.
But can everybody afford these things?
Oh, sure. Because it's the savings alone. Let's say this couch, if you went to sell it at an estate sale, they give it away. Your time going to collect the couch
So-
costs more than the couch.
So this is for everybody.
The first the first invention I did when I was 23 years old, I invented the chemo cap to prevent
Yes,
hair
I was
loss.
very interested in that. It cools the.
Cools. It applies hypothermia, so the adriamycin, when it's the poison, doesn't go and shock your hair follicles, so you don't
That's
lose
a
your
big
hair.
thing.
Well, it was big, but I wasn't very sophisticated and intelligent in patents at my age, so I went to a patent attorney in Westwood, and he didn't broaden my claims broad enough to cover a disposable one. So
And
I was
they
in
took
business
over.
for 3 years, and then they took, the
They
product
took it over.
over
How long does it take to patent something?
approximately 3 years.
Years. And you also invented something called the S1 shield.
Yes, S1 guard, danger zone
Yes,
deflector.
that was very, very interesting. I have the video. I wanted to, if possible, please, if you can show the video of the S1 shield.
Idag invigdes Sveriges första fristående busslinje och den riktar sig till pendlare mellan Nacka och Kista. 3 gånger varje morgon och kväll ska den gå.
Ett överkörningsskydd som sitter på bussar, och det här skyddet är till för att förhindra allvarliga olyckor där man blir överkörd av buss som passagerare och fotgängare.
Ja, nu ställer sig Stockholm som första stad utanför USA i ledet av städer som använder speciella bussskydd. En bit plast som fäst vid bakhjulen är lösningen, eller räddningen. Skyddet kommer att monteras på 100 bussar som ska trafikera söderorterna.
This is very good with safety. I'm saying you're inventor, you're amazing, you're this, you're that. I want to say, you did not go to school, and you decided that you are going to get into this field and you have the motivation to invent things. How did you get your motivation to invent things?
Well, on the S1 guard, I was a consultant for personal injury attorneys.
Okay.
And I would actually had an attorney service, so I worked with it. So there was a woman that was run over, and buses have the transmission and engine in the
So
rear.
she went under the bus.
Yeah. And the transmission and the engine is in the rear of the bus, so it makes it very heavy, and that's the reason why they replace where buses stop with concrete, because you were actually being run over by heavy equipment. So when your arm gets run over your leg,
Oh.
it basically explodes. It degloves. So your flesh leaves, and it not only it crushes your bones, but it degloves muscle tissue.
Okay.
So they're the most serious injuries, catastrophic injuries.
And especially, I
that are-
think a lot of school buses are using this, right?
Right.
My thing is the whole invention, everything you invent, because you invented very big things. You're a very successful man, and how you got here. I also would like the viewers to know he's a very successful man. He's very humble, very nice, a business entrepreneur and wrestler. From where?
No, Wrestler, I mentioned the movie with Mickey Rourke. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Somebody told me about it. It's like, it's kind of like you get into it, it's kind of like, like a religion, kind of
Yeah.
like being in the, like the Church of Scientology. It takes you to another world, and it's kind of like, once you get into it, you're always thinking. You're always thinking of things, and, there's a big problem in America now with guns. So I just have a patent currently pending on a hyper connected gun cabinet. Will, that's here in the studio, actually came up with that name because he's a tech person, and it would notify when your gun has been broken into. It would notify the person, and if they're not able to be notified because they didn't have their cell phone, then it would go to a third party, and then from a third party, if they're not able to be reached, it'd be an alarm company. Then the police would be notified, and the serial number would be registered, notified, and then you're basically responsible for your assault rifle. The Second Amendment allows Americans to have guns, but they're not handling them properly and locking them down.
So you're doing all these projects, right? How long does it take? I mean, you're putting also a lot of money
Right.
involved in this. How do you know which one is the right one?
You don't know.
You don't know. So you invest a lot of money and some of it might not work. And you were mentioning earlier, how long does each one take? You said years. How many years you could go by and?
Oh, well, once you have a patent pending, it kind of keeps the other competitors away. But inventing things is not the hard part, it's the marketing.
Okay, we're gonna call and get my Valentine's something. Are you gonna get me
So
anything?
let me get,
امروز روز Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's, everyone. And since Mark is a great guy, he's gonna order something for us.
so we'll do a little role play. So let's say if I had a loved one, a girlfriend, and I wanted to get her a nice gift. There's a gorgeous lady here in the studio, Alessandra,
Please come in.
and she'll be my
She's also gonna be one of our guests. I actually we all met at the same time, where he had the pleasure of having the event.
Hi, Mark. Nice to see you again. Nice to see
Welcome
you again.
to the
How
show,
beautiful.
beautiful.
You
You're
look.
gorgeous. Look at
Thank
you.
you.
Look at you. You're so
So now I
beautiful.
have a Valentine's girl.
Oh,
I like
that's
that.
So that
nice.
I
makes
like
it-
presents.
Okay. So what you would go on, and then the system, and then you would find a driver. Let's say if I didn't have a favorite grabber,
Okay.
I would go online and GPS and see a green dot out near, let's say, a store.
Okay.
Okay, and then I would connect with that grabber.
Okay.
Say I'd like, flowers, candy.
Okay.
Let's say I'm staying in a hotel and I needed something.
And something specific.
Specific. So we'd place the order, and then once the grabber is at the, let's say, Rite Aid or QVC or Neiman Marcus, wherever, then
Well,
they
I
would.
prefer Cartier,
Me-
to be honest.
Okay, Cartier. Then they would notify me, and then we would go on telepresence.
Okay.
So I'd say I think she'd like the yellow flowers.
Okay.
Or maybe roses, or
Okay.
see, I can actually see what the grabber sees because they have Google glasses
Okay.
on. So I'd say grab that. Okay, and then go over to the candy department, and I like a little box. I don't want a big box, and so on. And after they identify, they would make the grab, and then the GPS, they would know my location, and they would come in and make the delivery, and there'd be no money changing hands. There'd be
Okay,
nobody
there's no
stand-
money in
Yeah,
change.
they wouldn't say I need
So
another
it's like a program.
proxy. It
Okay.
would be you'd have an account, so it would be billed.
یه چیزی که order میدین همون موقع وامیستین. I'm gonna show the video so people kind of understand what it is and come back, and then we can order it while we're doing it.
Now, people have asked me on this new project, they go, well, how much is it going to be? And, this and that. Everything is common sense. If you go in a market, a half gallon of milk is not $20,
Yes.
and it's not $1. So let's go, let's say if you sent somebody to the 99-cent store, and then you send them to Costco, and you spend $100, and they brought it to your home, the bill would be about $35, because it's user friendly, and the grabber would be able to do more than just they would do several grabs. And there's another thing I'd like to mention to you. It means a lot to me on this project is the military people that fight for our country. They come back to America after driving, Hummers that are, $500,000, $1 million Hummers with platinum bottoms. They're, close to $1 million vehicles, and they have to work. They get jobs at Starbucks, Home Depot, and it's humiliating, I think, for our soldiers. So this would give them the keys to a vehicle where they can build up a database of clients and do it for a year or two and get on their feet. So they'd be an entrepreneur, and they would service accounts.
Okay.
It'd be, cool and cool and hip. And then they would pass on the keys, and they'd be able to get seed money to move on with their life, $100,000-$200,000, so they can move on in their life and start a new business.
This you already patented, right?
Yes.
We're gonna show the video and come back.
You guys deliver? You don't deliver.
Delivery is takes 3 days.
Yes, you don't. Do you deliver?
We do.
And I'm just trying to figure out, how to get a delivery to my mom at night.
That, I'm not really sure because we don't do deliveries.
Say you wanted it Tuesday, you would call, Saturday.
We're in a 10-second world, and what we need is a 10-second courier service. That's a courier service which says this product will be biked to you with a 3-hour promise. Can we do it? We have to do it. It's the future. How on earth in an online world am I going to get the product fast enough? You see, the online world is so slow. People tell me one mouse click and it all happens. It's rubbish. The only way to get a product is to get in the car and go and get it. You know that, right? If you want milk, go and get it. If you want a newspaper, go and get it. If you want flowers, go and get it. Or wait. And how long will I have to wait? A whole 24 hours at least. Probably 36. Maybe 72. I happen to think there's a huge market opportunity here if someone could crack it open.
Welcome to Consumer On, a system for remote control shopping and delivery, or your personal assistant on demand. For over 10 years, entrepreneurs have tried to crack the code and create a better last mile solution for delivering consumer goods on demand. There were the notable cautionary tales in 2000, Cosmo, Webvan, Lickety Ship. But with unsustainable business models and over $1 billion in VC funding, these efforts were short-lived. A decade later, we have amazing new technologies that inspire us to revisit this problem. Live streaming video over a 4G network offers consumers the ability to inspect merchandise prior to purchase from the comfort of their home or office and from any device, smartphone, desktop, or web TV. GPS and location awareness allow us to track in real time and estimate when the delivery will arrive. Imagine having anything you need. Groceries, office supplies, furniture, hardware, consumer electronics, automotive, or pharmacy goods. Now, very attractive to advertisers. We see Consumer On as a new kind of mobile network. Rather than just base stations, we're building a hyper-connective mobile network of vehicles and individuals.
Okay.
We just put the order. Let's see.
So the order's been placed.
Yay!
So let's see.
When do we get it?
Okay. So we ordered something now online, and we're gonna get it in how long?
Usually it'd be between 30 minutes and
30
50
minutes and 50 minutes.
depending on the area.
Okay, and then also now here we have with us Alexandra, who is gonna receive the gift. Alexandra, please, she's so
I like
beautiful.
it.
ایشون مال آلمان هستن، مال اروپا هستن. ایشون یه چند تا چیز بردن. Top of the world model, beauty pageant, Miss Germany. You speak Germany, so we also have viewers in Germany, so you can also say hello in English, German, or any other language. She also is a very famous model. She's worked with a lot of big names, which she's going to introduce us. And the way that we met is it was her birthday party
At
Mark
Mark's house.
Barron's house.
And Mark has this beautiful, beautiful house. So it's actually a funny story. I called Mark up and I didn't know him that well. And I said, Mark, can I please have my little birthday party at your house? And he said, yes, okay, no problem. And then he would get calls like from caterer, from my PR agent, Sylvia, then from other people. And then he called me back and he's like, how little is this party going to be? And I'm like, well, maybe 300 people. And then it ended up raining and
It was
everybody ended
really
up
good.
storming
It
his
was
house.
really good.
But
It was really
it was
nice.
a lot of fun. I think everybody enjoyed and everybody loved Mark's house.
It was nice. And the reason why I wanted to say, because you're so nice, you're so humble here, but the viewers need to see who you are. Mark Barron's house was, you bought the home because that's a lot. I mean, you were so nice and humble. You just love it. A music producer of Quincy Jones, right? And the home was previously
No,
owned.
it was, I traded Quincy Jones's home for this home from Rocky that I'd like to have on your show. He's a billionaire. He's a Supermax
I have to
razor blade.
say, I mean, that's why I want to say before you start everything that you are sitting here. You're very humble. You're very nice. Very sweet. But you are a self-made millionaire. And my whole point is that sometimes people come from, they think that everyone's out there, but they don't know that you're not. It's your education, your hard work, your goal, your motivation is all of that. And I see that in you, and I really respect that. This home became very famous, right?
Right. But
Which we had the opportunity to put. Oh, I'm going to show the red carpet and come back because I want to show how amazing you are,
that's
and
not,
then you're going to tell
Samira,
me.
it's not me. It's a lot of people that come from Russia, a lot of people that are either handicapped mentally or foreigners that come to America and do well
Yes.
because they're not spoiled.
Given the opportunity.
They don't.
yes.
They see the opportunity and they work harder. So all they do is outwork people, and they work smart and outwork people. So it doesn't. There's a lot of people out there
Out
that
there.
come
And
to
I must
America.
say that about Mark's personality. Mark does has friends, but he has a really little time for his friends because he's so focused on his job that he's always working, and there is maybe like one night out. So I guess the success he has it has his price, and that's the time.
And also, Mark, what is your message to people, like you just said, that could become? I mean, you're amazing, you're smart, and you too. You're famous all over the world. I'm gonna go to you and tell you how famous she is in Dubai. People stand in line. The paparazzi is after her in Dubai. Alessandra, you're very famous in the Middle East.
Yeah. Somehow, yes. I started with Turkey. Why Turkey? Because I fall in love with someone who were playing
Istanbul?
soccer. Istanbul.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Dr. Mazaheri چند وقت دیگه میاد استانبول برای سرجریش. The doctor is going to Istanbul. He always says it's an amazing place.
You know, it is an amazing place. It's amazing to go out. It has all those beautiful, beautiful views and amazing restaurants and nightlife, and the people are really friendly. I really enjoy being there. But living there is really hard. I mean, you have traffic. I needed once to my house from the airport 5 hours, which is usually like 20 minutes ride. So it is a very heavy city. It's take New York and make it like 20 times.
20 times. That's what I was talking about, because the things that Mark invents is a lot for countries like, different countries, that the buses and the trucks and everyone's like together. We're going to go. I want to show who you are, and then we're going to come back. She's, tell me, Miss Germany?
Top model of
Say
Germany.
something and Germany.
Hallo, ich hoffe, es geht euch gut.
And Miss Top of the World.
And top model of the world, yeah.
And you do branding for you do modeling for a lot of big brands, like
Yeah.
which ones?
La Perla, Prada, Escada, Otto Kern, Elle.
You worked with
Strolz
Versace
Schulze.
too?
I worked with Versace too, just for their sunglasses, but that was a lot of fun. I love Versace. They're opening a second hotel now, the Versace Hotel in Dubai. Did you know
Wow,
that?
Versace
Yeah.
Hotel in
They're
Dubai.
gonna
Yeah.
have, spoons and like sporks from gold.
Are you serious?
I'm wondering how many of them stay.
Oh, I
after
want
a
to
month.
go. یه هتل دارن وا میکنن ورساچی توی دبی که قاشق و چنگالش از طلا درست شده. هر کی برنامه ببینه ما رو هم دعوت کنه. I want to go there too.
Yeah, me too.
That's where you have to order these things in Dubai.
I'm noticing, excuse me, the vehicles on the Santa Monica Freeway getting close to.
Oh,
expanding.
Yay! We're gonna get our Valentine. We have to have a
Yes.
party today. We have a birthday here too. So we're gonna go show your video and come back.
Alores aus Köln gewohnt. Klar, sie sieht klasse aus und der Titel Top Model of the World bestätigt das. Warum das weltschönste Fotoobjekt mit dem Superkörper aber noch Single ist, das versteht auch mein Kollege Nico Krumm überhaupt nicht.
1,72 Meter groß. Wunderschön und international erfolgreich. Alessandra Alores zeigt hier in Düsseldorf, dass sie alles hat, woraus Männerträume gemacht sind. Nur ihren Traummann hat das schönste Model der Welt noch nicht. Anscheinend will sie keiner haben. Dabei ist die 23-Jährige eigentlich gar nicht so wählerisch.
Also für mich ist das egal, ob er blond oder braunhaarig ist, da bin ich gar nicht so. Was ich ganz besonders an Männern mag, ist ein schönes Lächeln, irgendwie was Besonderes, das Charisma, intelligent sollte er sein.
Ein bisschen Grips ist schon nötig. Schließlich ist das Model auch nicht ohne. Alessandra spricht 5 Sprachen und ist studierte Schauspielerin. Die Hoffnung, bei den vielen Shootings jemand Nettes kennenzulernen, hat sie allerdings aufgegeben. Kein Wunder, Fotografen wie Falco Updab sind bei schönen Frauen...
Wow, gorgeous woman.
Thank you.
And you were mentioning you were in Beirut and you go to a lot.
I mean, now I'm based here and I try to spend as much time as possible here, but I have so much work and so much projects and also so many good friends in the Middle East that I always go. It's like I love Dubai, then Beirut. My best friend is a very famous singer, Nancy Affioni, and Dominique Furani, and I love Dubai because, you know,
You're
the
from
first time-
Germany,
Yeah, I'm
right?
from
ایشون مال
Germany.
آلمان هستن.
My first time in Dubai was probably 2003 or something like that, and there was a few fancy hotels. You know, it was like normal.
In
I wasn't
Dubai.
like so impressed.
Don't they have that, Mark? This is what we need to order here because I can afford in America. They have that $20,000 drink in Dubai,
Oh yeah.
right? That's where we need to go.
They have one in Russia too.
And the $20,000 drink. I don't know who
Yeah.
affords these things,
A
but
lot of that is prop more than likely.
what is it?
It's not really a real drink. They just put gold in it. So
Prop
basically
means-
you
prop
drink gold.
You drink the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to show off, you know.
Have you been to events or parties like that?
Yeah, I've been actually at New Year's. I what means hosted. I said Happy New Year to everyone, and my mom and dad were there at the Burj Al Arab. But it was
In
an
Dubai.
amazing. Yeah, Burj Al Arab is the tallest hotel and the biggest hotel in Dubai right now. I hope, like they say, is Versace gonna be better. And it was a lot of fun. They hired so many people and everything was just perfect on timing, on everything, very elegant. The food was amazing. They brought like caviar and champagne and everything. My
Oh,
mom usually
wow.
doesn't drink, but she drank the champagne.
How is life different in Dubai than America?
Well, first of all, Dubai is still a Islamic country, you know,
Yeah.
and America is different. But Dubai, like not the United Emirates, but Dubai is very open-minded because there is so much touristic people from outside, like Germany, England, Americans, like from everywhere. So it's very, very business-minded, very oriented, and that's what
And
I
business is very good in Dubai.
Very good, yeah. It's like it's now. It had a crash 2008, you know, and everybody was afraid it's gonna fall apart, but it's not. Like they're just so smart, pushing it back and back, and every time, like I'm coming 6 months later, and there's a new building, there's a new attraction, there's always something new, and you know,
Kind of like an intelligent Las Vegas.
Intelligent Las Vegas. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. So, you know, Las Vegas would be a good one on demand because everyone doesn't want to move. I mean, Las Vegas would be good. Dubai would be good.
We Germans don't like to move. We like couch and
Germans
stay
don't like
here
to
and
move
just
because
order
Germany is very
everything.
cold, right?
Well, yes. I mean, these days it's not in so hot here either, but usually it's cold in Germany. Yeah.
It's cold, huh?
Yeah, it is.
I wanted to ask you, Mark, about safety, and I know we showed the video, I think, of the buses. Other than that, what would you suggest for different countries of the world would do for safety? Because you were talking about the population thing, about Costco or other.
The other countries that do.
Like, what would you, like you did something with the buses for safety.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
No, my main goal is, I think, job creation.
Job creation.
For young people that are, need to get a stake in the ground and get started. The safety is not sexy. The MDZ shield, the S1 guard, the gun thing or whatever other little projects I'm working on that are safety oriented aren't sexy. But what really means a lot to me, because it was hard for me to get jump started. I had to, self-promote myself. So it'd be.
We're all here.
I like to see somebody that comes out of the military get the keys to the vehicle, as long as they qualify, for no cost. Oh, I have a Subway sandwich shop. You need $300,000-$400,000 for the keys.
Yes.
See, so I think if someone's qualified and fought for our country, comes out of the military and they're qualified and they don't have any mental issues, should be given the vehicle at no cost. And then they would just pay their monthly, charge. For the usage. Anything over that would be their income. And that would get them jump started, so that way they wouldn't have to work at a menial, job.
And also, it's an issue about the world. Just one thing about it, because we were talking about it, and I just remembered.
Clean energy.
Clean energy,
job.
and you were talking about overpopulation and family. I just wanted to mention that 1 minute, and then we're going to go back to Alexandra. It was very interesting.
I think we should leave that for another show that we have, like in the future, on the. It's called Population Choice or Your Choice. To make it real short, the way it would work is that. Seventh, richest countries in the world would set up a bank, either through Google or AIG. It'd be like a date. The money would be held in an account, and it would be dispersed to people that become sterile. So if a woman has 2 children, they would get less, and it'd be a structured settlement over a period of time. They'd get a computer, books, maybe a modular unit.
So you would suggest more kids or less kids?
Less.
Oh, it's not just the third world countries that produce so much children. Like the Germans, which I'm against, especially this regulation, they have a regulation: as soon as you get a child, you get Kindergeld, like money for kids, and it doesn't matter how much money you already have or you don't have any. You get €250, which is around $350 per kid.
How much do you get per kid?
$350 a month.
Which is how much dollars?
It's $350. It's €250.
You get it automatically if you're rich or poor.
That doesn't matter. And so now, if you're like, okay, for us here in California, it doesn't sound much, but if you make maybe $600 a month, and then you just get another 10 kids, and you feed them poorly, you dress them poorly, you still can save money. So it animates some people whom are obviously not educated or anything, but they just do it on that purpose. They just get pregnant and pregnant and pregnant, and then those kids we have free education and everybody has a chance in Germany, but still it's like if you grew up like that on the street, it's very hard to get out.
Yes.
And that's how it gets worse and worse, and all this money gets out from our taxes. And we have like for me, I'm not married and I have my own business. I'm supposed to pay 58% tax, which is like,
wow,
for me,
in
insane.
Germany?
Yeah.
Wow.
See, I like music, and one of my icons is Rolling Stones.
You watched that night.
Right?
It's amazing.
In 1967, the Stones did a song, Symphony for the Devil. And what he's saying is, pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. And what he's saying, is it Walmart? Who's bringing the things in from China and incarcerating our people? And, who's the devil? See, basically, this should be another show. It is basically greed is what revolves. So these poor, unfortunate people are brought into the world and they have to suffer on the behalf of greedy people. So it's just I think it's a show that needs to be aired, just separately than what we're talking about now, because it's very heavy. It's kind of some people call it imperialism, or they call it trying to create they kind of religion, the Catholic religion kind of but move on. Now the vehicle is getting off Bunday. They'll be pulling in the parking
How
lot.
much more time do we have for the? Because today is the Valentine's Day.
So what is everybody doing for Valentine's Day?
So what would you want for Valentine if you had to pick a gift? What would your favorite gift be?
Oh,
is there any flowers? Anybody bringing
Cartier
flowers?
Ring.
Cartier ring. Oh, what about you?
We don't know. I don't know either.
What about you?
What
would you want for Valentine's?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing? Are you dating?
No, I'm not. So
we're both freaks.
You're both freaks.
Yeah.
So you're available tonight.
Well, not really. I have actually my girlfriend in a friend way, and she is the first time in the U.S. So I'm taking her.
But
on
even
the
the
trip.
people who are, couples or something, tonight is just a busy night to go out, isn't it?
Yeah.
امشب اینجا شب والنتاینه و خیلی دوست ندارم برن بیرون برای اینکه خیلی شلوغ میشه. Right? It becomes very, very busy. The thing that I wanted to... This is your red carpet.
There you go. Awesome.
Okay, I think you're done.
Okay, this question, since we're talking about it, what are the most and best qualities of a man as a partner? بهترین quality که توی مرد میتونه باشه چیه؟ من از دختر خوشگل میپرسم. What is it?
I think, when I was much younger, it was always the hot, good-looking guy, and I love to get in trouble and choose, like,
The bad guys.
The bad guy and make him a good guy, and then I was kind of over it. I'm like, okay, now he's the good guy, so what we gonna do now? Let's move on, But now with years and years, I guess I would love to have my best friend that I'm sexually attracted to, and who also understands me. I guess that's the most. And he's charming. I love that smile on men. And I mean,
you want someone who's your best friend.
Who's my best friend, but whom I still attracted sexually to, because just like best friends, you're just best friends, I don't want to spend my life going to bed and read a book.
ایشون میگن که مردی که دوست دارن اونی نیستش که بده.
They like personality. They like men that make them laugh.
Yeah, I do. And someone who's easy to get along with. Happy Valentine's, everybody.
Assistant's here now.
They're here. The delivery is here. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a party soon. Get the stuff ready.
Wow. I think Mark wants to keep the deliverer and keep the bag.
Okay, everything is ready. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That
Thank
was
you, Mark.
fast. That's what we need. Oh, that's so nice.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Sir,
My favorite champagne.
please.
Oh, that was nice. Thank you.
very much.
That was
We'll be
fun.
using your service again.
Okay,
Especially yours.
You're so pretty.
Happy Valentine's
Thank
Day.
you. Happy Valentine. And she's not just a very beautiful girl with us. Oh, that's so
I'm
nice.
spoiled. I'll share with you. I'll give you
Oh,
one.
thank
So
you.
you get fed too.
Oh, thank you. I want to be like you. You're so pretty. Happy Valentine's. Thank you,
Happy
Mark.
birthday.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mark.
Today is Valentine's. We're gonna have also a little something here in a few minutes. Consumeron is 15 minutes on delivery. It's so exciting. You just order it without payment, without anything. Your thing is here. Next time I want a Mercedes-Benz, Mark. You want to go on the show?
Oh, that's really
And you
cool.
can order vegetables. You can order. Can you order service too?
Like if this,
Can I get a service, like a maid service or
no, it's not an
Nelson?
Angie's
No.
List.
So
It's more a concierge company. So when you send them to the produce department, you'd be able to pick your bananas out.
Okay.
See, with Amazon, you'd be able to order your banana. There's over 12 companies trying to get in the same day delivery, but they're not using telepresent. The most important thing with Consumeron is what? The telepresence and audio. Telepresence, so you can actually see what the grabber sees.
Okay.
That's what makes it
Everything.
the Bentley of same-day delivery.
Okay.
How is the security on this sink? I mean, like, you know, let's say me and you were dating and you were in the bathroom and I'm
So
like,
I know where everybody's going
he's
to.
actually not being a good guy today. Let's buy something for me. And then I'm going on this sink and I'm like,
And you want the
"Thank you,
Cartier watch,
this,
right?
This. And then they deliver it and charge it from your credit card. So how are we gonna solve that?
Well, there'd be a code, there'd be a block number on the proxy. You'd have to have a kind of a password.
Oh, okay.
So you'd have to have the password so no one can bill.
And obviously, if you go over a certain budget, they're probably gonna call you
So-
back and ask.
Where is the? We're gonna show the. We're gonna have a little party here too. What's your message to the world?
Message to the world, I'd like to see lower population, better quality life, better infrastructure, more jobs.
More jobs. I think you're very influential, and I think you're very, smart and powerful, and I think you would make a difference. I definitely would love to come back and have a speech with you.
One quick one, real quick, is I wrote a business plan for Joe Francis that did Girls Gone Wild. His office is here in Santa Monica. And I brought it to him on a silver platter, and I wanted him to sign an NDA. And it was basically, he does Girls Gone Wild,
the Wild
right.
movie, okay.
And he does all types of that, pornography. So I said, do something on where the minefields are in America for young kids to know about the real world, where they're going, where the minefields are. And it's called Carnival Capitalism at the Max. And he wouldn't sign the NDA, and he didn't want to get involved because he said he was just too busy doing what he was doing. So it'd be nice to see people that are in the entertainment business go a little and give back.
Out of it to give back,
instead of
like a charity thing.
Yeah, and not a charity, education.
Education.
They got these games, they're making these war games and computer games for children. It kind of goes like this: a gentleman come in with their daughter and son into a video store and say,
Yes.
I'm looking for a tape, a CD to educate my kids about capitalism.
Yes.
And the guy behind the computer is looking and looking and looking, and he's not able to find it. So then he said, well, we got this, we got that. And he goes, no, something to show my children, about, the way the cookie crumbles, how capitalism works. So they leave without a CD.
Okay.
You see.
Yeah.
My vision is there should be a CD available
for
the father, because the father's busy working 10 hours a day to support the kids and doesn't have time to teach them at 5, 6 years old, where the minefields are, about drug use, all the, DUI, drinking and driving, how to drive a car.
So
properly.
CD would come from who, you think?
Well, that would be a project for someone to produce, and that what I
که
bought the
وقتی
Joe.
که پدر مادرها نیستن we're بهشون دست بدن. We're gonna go quickly because we're gonna finish. We're gonna do a little happy birthday. Everybody come. We're gonna do a little happy birthday, everyone. Sylvia, come. Happy birthday to you. We're gonna do a little so we can have some fun. And thank you for hair and makeup. Come on, everyone. We're gonna have a little party. You come too. Hey, this is fun. We have a big crew. Also, I would like to introduce Miss Romania. She was a winner, right? Quick. You're a winner, Miss Romania, right?
Yes.
Happy Valentine's. You were a crowned Miss Romania, which you travel around the world.
Yes, I traveled in South Africa for Miss World. And in Miss World, I was 17th place in the world.
17 places in the world.
And
You were crowned.
Yeah.
ایشون بردن میس رومانیا هستن و 17 تا کشور دور و بر دنیا گشتن و دیدن. What else?
And in 2011, I won top model of the world.
Wow.
The same contest that Alessandra
بهترین
won.
مدل دنیا رو بردن سال پیش. What else?
And that's all.
That's all. You're very
But I
beautiful.
hope
Say
this-
something is Romanian.
Sper că cât mai mulți români
Come closer. And thank you for her makeup.
Cât mai
Sylvia,
mulți români
Michael,
alături de
without
noi
you,
și
the
să
show
ne
would not go on,
aprecieze.
of course. And thank you. And
you,
happy
Michael.
birthday, Eddie.
Thank
and
you, Lord.
thank you
Thank
for
you.
Sylvia for everything. So we're
Oh,
going to do a
who
little
has
birthday.
birthday?
And go.
It's my birthday.
Happy
I'm 18 now, officially.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Thank
birthday,
you,
happy
thank
Valentine.
you.
Thank
Blow
you.
my
I
candle.
got a quick question.
And thank you for you guys. Tell me.
Who is the top person on the show that makes this happen? Your show.
Selena.
You. We know you.
I hope
That's
the
it.
show
But
is
who's
over.
behind you?
The main person is Michael.
Michael. We want to thank you.
No,
Not
this
that-
is Michael.
Not that's your birthday, Michael.
No, it's the Eddie's
Is that
birthday.
his
But
birthday?
it's my birthday.
That's
But
all
Eddie's
I'm
also the
confused.
he's the big guy.
It's your
You know,
birthday.
there's a lot of people.
I'm behind the scenes.
There's a lot of people involved
but
in
that's-
this. All this camera crew, without them, all the DDAR TV, the main person I always say thank you to is Dr. Mazahari.
She's
Of
the
course,
main
Mazahari
producer.
Skincare. Don't forget Mazahari Skincare, DDAR TV, who's giving me. This is not a joke. He's giving us the thing, bringing hair and makeup, and he's really behind me 100%. And I really thank you, Dr. Mazahari and آقای هنری که همیشه همه جا میاد. آقای رحیمی, Carlos, which I really thank you. He's the only official photographer. There's a lot of people involved. There's lawyers. There's so many people behind.
don't
behind,
wanna
behind.
mention all those
Yeah, it's like
lawyers.
that. But
These are the good ones.
Yeah, let's
Protecting
stay
us.
with fun.
And we have a few publicists, of course, Sylvia who's here and Michael who's here, who'll be very nice. There's a lot of people behind to make the show, and I think it'll be very powerful. And I think if everyone helps out, we could make this the strongest show in Hollywood. You better help. We're gonna go. I want good celebrities to come in, talk about the charities, talk about what they can do for the world. And you, if everyone has the connections and bring it, this is international shows, it goes internationally. So I think we can mix the both worlds, which is the international, open the international market to the Americans, and the, you know, vice versa. The international people can see the American people, the inventors, the authors. And like you said, we don't want to get into a reality show because American market has become junk of just
Exactly.
reality show. We can show good. And the reason why I chose the Dar TV to Dr. Mazahari is a doctor who helps the world, and he has the knowledge, and he's helping me to understand and how to do things better.
Now, people that watch your show would be an idea, just to get an idea out there, is they donate 50 cents, $5 to, like, let's say Elton John's AIDS Foundation.
Yes.
And then you would, you know, give them the information where they could just wire electronically.
Okay.
You know, anything.
Eventually.
That would be something that would be good, you know.
To help out.
To help out a little bit, because that's the goal, is education and help
course.
help out the.
We're going to do a big red carpet. Maybe we might do it at the studio.
Mhm.
And invite all the celebrities. Of course, we had an honor of meeting Mel Gibson and a lot of people at your house. We want to make this and open it to a lot of people around the world to come out and show where they were and how they got here, right? And you go to the Middle East, so it's nice to talk about it. And this airs in the Middle East, and you know, like international.
You want to bring the Hollywood to the international and give a message out.
Yes.
Basically, and show them like
Or
what's
people
really
who
going
worth
on.
something, like charities, they do stuff, or books that they've written.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What's your message to your fans in the Middle East? She goes to Lebanon too.
That's nice.
Well, I think it's not just Middle East. I definitely agree with him that we should put like less charity for whatever, but more charity and for education, because how the people gonna grow up, that's how it's gonna be. And then I think, you know, if you have a dream, you should follow it, and you can reach whatever you want in your life.
Another question that I wanted to ask you, you're very good shape. You're very beautiful.
Thank
Your skin
you.
is very good. Your body is very good.
Repeats. Tell him that it repeats 6 hours.
Okay. And I wanted to say, again, thank you to Dr. Mazahari. And this repeats every 6 hours, the show, because this goes online, so a lot of the Americans are watching it too. این برنامه 6 دفعه پخش میشه. ساعت 5 6 ساعت دیگه 3 دفعه پخش میشه و میدونم شنبه یک شنبه هم 3 دفعه پخش میشه. 3-4 دفعه شنبه پخش میشه. How do you stay so fit? You're so beautiful. You have good skin.
Thank you.
من همیشه دکتر مظاهری میگم سکین
Thank
کرشون
you.
بعد بدیم به تمام هنرپیشه‌های هالیوود دیگه همه دکتر مظاهری.
Well, I've never tried that cream, but I certainly will
Dr.
now.
Mazahari skincare here.
Thank
think
you.
it's empty.
Oh, no, I got something else.
What's your models for Versace and
I
all?
think 50% of your look and your whole energy. First of all, the energy of a person makes a person look beautiful. But the energy and the look, the skin comes everything from food and sports. And those creams, they definitely help if they're good, definitely. But you can't eat the whole day hamburger and then just put the cream on and say, okay, I'm skinny and beautiful. It's a hard work, you know.
How many hours do you exercise a day?
Now it's like an hour maybe every day, but it's, you know, in the beginning when I started, I mean, when I was 17, I didn't have any problems, you know, but then you get older and you're like, there and there, you know, and it's hard to push yourself. And the first month, it's horrible. It's like go to prison. It's like you hate it, you don't want to do it. But then after a while, you really enjoy it, you know, and you get kind of addicted to it.
ایشون میگن که غذا خیلی مهمه برای سکینشون و بدنشون، خیلی مهمه برای اینکه غذاتون خوب باشه و ورزش کنین. We are going to say goodbye because our time is up. 2 minutes, Mark. Is there anything else you need to say?
No, I think we did.
I want you to come back. And we're also working on a project together, which is going to be really big. I'm really excited for that, Mark.
Okay.
You're very smart. That's what I enjoy. And you're very sweet, beautiful inside and out. You're gorgeous. And thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
And is there anything else you want to say to your fans or viewers?
I just want to thank you, and you did a great job, and you're very professional.
Thank you.
And Alessandra, thank you for being here. There was another guest that was going to show.
She's coming next week.
And
she wasn't feeling well, Christina. Yeah.
And, so I think we got a lot accomplished, and talk's cheap, and I like to see something done in the near future that we spoke about you and your colleague the other evening.
Thank you.
I like to follow through.
I would love that. And also, I would like to say thank you so much. And thank you for the event we had in your house. It was wonderful. Thank you everyone. خدا حافظ. این 6 دفعه برنامه پخش میشه. خیلی ممنونم از تلفناتون. Hello. دیگه من بعد قطع کنم، ولی ایمیلاتونم من این هفته همه رو جواب میدم. خیلی ممنونم. مرسی. قربانتون. تا پنجشنبه دیگه لایو. بای بای. خدا حافظ.